Hi there, my name is Polina and I'll try to guide you through this daily check-in template. So why it was designed? Because sometimes having daily status meetings is too much, especially if your team is not that big, and it's like much easier to keep everything in sync, especially if you're remote and you can just publish every day some updates about your work. So some teammates, like for example, like us Fibery team a long time ago were using Slack for that, but now we're using Fibery, and this is how we do that. So there is a single database which is called daily check-in, and there is a feed view which is called today check-ins. I can open like this card, and in fact it's just a simple entity. So the only difference here is that the name of it is generated with a formula. So it will consist of the name of the person who created it plus the creation date. I just now added this template. This is why it shows 25th of October, the day this video was recorded, and not everything else here is empty. Why? Because it's a template, and creation created by here is empty because like no one created those entities, they're just templated ones. So let's try to create a new one. So I click add button. First it is untitled, and as you see, like within the couple of seconds it changed its name to Polina 25th of October, because again this is today's date and this is the name of the person who added that. And here I can add some details on what I were working on. So you can just make the notes. Everyone makes those notes every day, and you will have kind of a feed view of all the status updates from all the teammates. And you will be also able to easily navigate with a filter, so only show me something where maybe let's make it not a public filter, but let's make it a personal filter, correct? Because we don't want to ruin this view for others. So created by is me or is a particular user. So we want to check the history of a particular person's daily check-ins, so we can just apply such a filter. And it will be for us only. Let's remove it for now. Then there is also recent check-ins. So here we have like the same feed view, but just with the sorting applied by descending creation date. So the recent ones will be on the top, and for today check-ins we have filter creation date is today. So I will see only those which were added today. And here I will see the history of all of them across the time, but the freshest ones will be on the top. So how can this be improved? First of all, we can improve it with some rules. So the first one is that maybe like this one I think is the most helpful, generate template for new check-ins. So if you want to have some per-setup structure, so when I create a check-in, there are like blocks which I have to fill in with what is expected from me to update, you can add such a template. So what did you accomplish yesterday, what you're working on today, any blockers, notes and comments. And what you're working today, it's usually about which task I'm working on today, correct? So let's assume that you're using Fibery not for the daily check-ins, but also for tracking your work. And most likely your work is a database in some space, like task or feature or test run or something else. Let's create one more level, one more database, and we will call it task. Okay? So now imagine there is a task, and let's say it's a very important task. This can be in fact entity from any space, not from the same one, but from others as well. But why have I done that? Let me go back, let me open my today check-ins, and I say that I'm working on, and here I paste this mention and the name of this task. It will take a time for it to appear because like it is too fresh maybe. I want to see the task. Okay. Okay. There it is. And I mentioned it. So when I mentioned it, it means that anyone who's checking it out can open this task and see what I'm working on. So it's much easier for navigation. And also, as you see, the reference appeared automatically. So when I open the task, I will see which people mentioned it in their dailies. So I will see like any comments about the blockers, etc. And this is probably it. If you have any questions, you can ping us as always with help and support and human support button. We'll be very welcome to answer. And you can also check README for more details, for more inspiration. And this is it. Thank you so much for the watching. Bye bye.